You spoke about the three modalities of the human mind, Rajas, Sattva, Tamas.
Tamas, yes.
In balance, they are all important, right?
They can never be in balance.
It'll always be slightly.
Always be, and that is your sabhava, your behavior.
That is how the human mind is created.
That is great. The three gunas are always operating.
And all your bad mental health, all your negative thoughts, self-doubt, anxiety, all these concepts which we have given names to happen as an outcome of having a lack of balance of these three.
Yeah, let me put it technically. Sattva is a space where you are one-pointedness, you are aware. Rajas is giving you activity, constant movement. And Tamas is a space where you go into darkness. Even in that, there are many combinations, permutations, but going into anxiety is where Rajas and Tamas are working together. Our goal is to be in Sattva. That is the reason you do sadhana.
But what if your Sattva is very excessive?
Then you will move into higher states.
Okay, so
you go beyond Sattva also.
Wow. So the goal is to actually increase your Sattva.
The goal is to actually experience Sattva, but I'll give you a very simple example. When we talk about the three gunas, Sattva is like a silver chain. Rajas is like a gold chain. And Tamas is like an iron chain. At the end of the day, all three are binding. Even Sattva is binding. A sattvic person wants to make other happy, wants to feel happy, be happy. An enlightened being goes beyond the gunas. He becomes a witness.
Wow.
That is what Bhagavad Gita also preaches.
There's a fourth state
There's
of
a
being.
higher state. That is called the Turiya. An enlightened being is in that. He goes beyond awake, dream, deep sleep. He's operating in the Turiya where he becomes a witness of everything. Participates in everything. Complete participation, complete enjoyment, but no expectation in the game of life.
But his or her consciousness is extremely different than what we experience in human reality.
Extremely. They become masters of acting and they are established in higher states of consciousness where they have experienced subtle, beyond subtle. It's a state of being.
I'm often asked about my own goal in life. And nowadays I've started giving a very quick answer that, hey, everything that I'm doing in my material reality is to enable free time in order to go deeper into my spiritual practices, which will hopefully take me to that point of what human society calls enlightenment in order to go towards that fourth state that you're just talking about. The only way one can actually go there, practically speaking, is if you give time and discipline to those practices.
Yeah, true.
Any other way?
There are many other ways.
Go on.
First way is being aware of a karma, because everything is binding as karma. Secondly, which is the first, is very important, is the knowledge of who am I. I'm not this body, not this mind, not this intellect. There was a great saint here called Nisargadatta Maharaj. He used to live in Chopati, Kirgaon Chopati. He met his guru and his guru just taught him one teaching. Keep on asking yourself, who are you? Like Ramana Maharishi the Great. Whenever we go to his ashram or feel his presence, his beautiful eyes staring and making us realize that nothing is constant. You are that bliss. Now when I'm talking about bliss, is a state where all these great enlightened beings experience. It's called Satchitanand. It's a state where you are in ecstasy. There is no duality. There is nothing.
Is it the same fourth state?
It is the state of Turiya. Turiya is the highest. Below that, there are many states. God consciousness, animal consciousness, earth consciousness. But the highest is, imagine, Arbha, you are in a state where you have no anxiety, no fear, no mental issues. You are a perfect instrument and you're experiencing unconditional love. It's very rare we talk about it, but I'm sure these great enlightened beings have experienced it.
That is the goal of human life.
That is the birthright. We are already that. The problem is we are covered with Maya. We have conditioned ourselves to the space, time and causation, to names and forms. And if you realize that we are so greedy, we want to associate with something. And when our desire is satisfied, we want something new. Again, we are building up concepts of cause relation. A highly evolved being is just being aware and just participating, but internally completely free.
What can a 22-year-old do right now to at least move towards this reality?
As I mentioned, give their best. Secondly, I think at that age, the mind is so hyperactive, you need tools to calm it down. And thirdly, reading. basic reading of about existence. And the problem is what I'm realizing now, we are so high with our own goals and intentions, we bind ourselves. Don't bind yourself to anything. So that means if a thought is coming to you, be okay that if this happens, I'm okay. If it doesn't, I'm okay. Keep that attitude. Build that attitude. It will take time.
Slightly anti-manifestation.
Yeah. Klisht and aklisht, Patanjali says.
Klisht and?
Aklisht. Klisht is binding you and aklisht is liberating you. Now, if you are telling me that Bhavesh, take this gold. Okay. In my mind, okay, if I get it, I'm okay. If I don't get it, I'm free. I'm free. I'm free of that scenario, that space, time, and causation. Just simple teaching to start applying. It is difficult. Oh, I'm aiming for becoming an IPS officer. You're working. Keep that awareness. If it happens, I'm okay. If it doesn't happen, something else will open up. Automatically, you will mature. But we can't.
I see a lot of people taking this exact golden advice, and it is golden advice. But I see a lot of people picking up this golden advice and using it as escapism. And in the world of spirituality, it's called spiritual bypassing.
Yes.
They go past a goal-oriented mindset in life. They're like, "Nee, I don't want to achieve my goals. I'll actually just go live in the Himalayas."
Yeah, we call it the Vedantic shuffle. It's called running away from everything and taking away so that you satisfy your own ego. But no, a yogi is a person who's participating in everything, not running away in any scenario. So, until you're in the body, nature will not let you rest.
Hey, if you enjoyed this clip from the Ranveer Show, we've uploaded a ton of other clips related to a ton of other topics. So explore the channel because there's something for everyone.